How look my entire European or almost German portfolio? I will answer in this video. And with that, welcome back to Investing for Generations, your channel for high quality stock research and analysis for long-term value investors. And in the past, I talked about my US portfolio or North American portfolio and made deeper analysis to all of the stocks into this portfolio, and you can find all of that in the playlist on my channel or just up here on the screen. Here just a view on my playlist, so just check this out and you will find any information about all the companies in my North American portfolio. But today I want to talk about my other portfolio, my European or almost exclusively German portfolio, and I will go through all the positions and we'll just give you a short look into this and every position. And if you want to know more about this, just let me know in the comment section and give me a big thumbs up. So if I reach, let's say, 20 thumbs up, I will make deeper analysis also on this European companies, so that you will know more. Right now, I'm not so sure if my almost all North American audience is really interested in that, but just let me know, and of course I will make deeper analysis also of these companies. So let's start. I will go from the smallest position in my portfolio to the biggest, and my smallest position right now is Fuchs Petrolub. This is a producer and seller of oil products, a great company with a great business model with a market capitalization of 4.5 billion euro right now, and also a dividend of 3.3% right now. And as many of these European companies dominated by the family of Fuchs, this is just a great business. But lately, also with the pandemic situation, they struggled a little bit. But overall and in the long term, this is really, really a great business. And of course, also as in my North American portfolio, every of my positions is for the long term. In the best case, I never have to sell anything of that. So my second smallest position is Fielmann. Fielmann has a very sexy business. They just sell glasses. They are a big player in Germany, or at least in the German-speaking Europe, and also overall in Europe, a big player in this market, the biggest player in this market so far, with a market capitalization of 5.1 billion euro. They just cut the dividend because also they are very hard hit by the pandemic situation, because they had to close all their shops. They have a shop almost in every mall in the cities, and they had to close them for a while and now just open up slowly. So they are very hard hit by that. But overall, just a great business model. And I'm so happy I'm into that, and even for the long term. And normally they also pay dividend. Then SAP, I think well known SAP. I'm also made an analysis video about them because they are a global player and also traded at the New York Stock Exchange. So I made a deeper analysis about them. And they also just have a great business model. You can find more deeper analysis in my video. You can find it up here on the screen. And SAP right now have a market capitalization of 162 billion euro and pay a small dividend of 1.16%. I don't want to say any more about that. You just can find it in the deeper analysis. Then switch to Airbus. Airbus is one of two big players in the construction of airplanes, just next to Boeing. I also made an analysis video of Boeing and also tried to explain a little bit why I think Airbus is a better opportunity right now in this sector. So also check this out. And Airbus right now have a market capitalization of 54 billion euro. They are also hit hard by the pandemic, and so the stock price just crashed and just slowly recover, and I was able to buy it to a really, really fair price. And I think they are in a very good position for the long-term future, at least compared to Boeing, because their financial numbers are just way more solid in my view. Then the next one is a very interesting one, and I'm very sure most of you have never heard about, is Rational. They just built products for hotel and restaurants, and this is just to prepare the food very fast and in a high quality. And so they build equipment for the kitchens. They have a very strong market position with their products. And also this company is in family hand, which just say that they really take care, of course, about their businesses. And I'm very happy this company, really, the stock price just rises and rises and rises and was way overvalued in my view. So I never found a real good point to buy in. And I found a good price under 500 euro to buy in, and I'm very happy about this because they also have very bright future long term. And their market capitalization right now is at 5.7 billion euro, and they pay right now a small dividend of 1.12%, but they also cut the dividend a lot, so normally the dividend is much higher. Then we leave Germany and go to the Netherlands, and there I bought Heineken. And of course, it's a shame for a German to buy into a Dutch beer brewer, but this is just great business, and so I had to buy in. And Heineken right now have a market capitalization of 44.3 billion euro and a dividend of 2.16%. Also, as the other companies before, also Heineken, of course, had big problems with the pandemic situation, and so there came the chance to buy into a very fair price. I'm also very, very happy to be with Heineken, and I will be with Heineken for the very long term for sure. Next up is Fraport. Fraport is originally the Frankfurt airport provider, but now they also have a lot of airports in Greece and also all over Europe. For example, in Ljubljana, Slovenia, or St. Petersburg, Russia, or also in Turkey. But they also are in the airports in South America. Lima is a big one for them. They are a worldwide player right now, and so I bought into them just now in the pandemic, and of course they are also very hard hidden by that because, I mean, as all of us know, not so much passengers in the airports for a while, and this just starts slowly again. And so of course also Fraport has big problems with that and also had to lay off a lot of employees. But overall, that's a great business. It's not just for the airlines and the passengers, it's also retail shops in the airports. So they have a great business model in normal times. And so I bought into also in Fraport. And Fraport right now have a market capitalization of 3.2 billion euro. And they also cut their dividend just because the times are so difficult also for them. But in the long run, I'm very, very sure this will be a great investment when the times come back to normal. Then go to Switzerland, and there I bought into the Swiss RE. It's in reinsurance. Yeah, Switzerland overall is a very good place to be, to invest. A lot of great businesses, great companies. So if you want to look to invest in Europe, look to the Swiss market. A really great place to be. And I bought into Swiss RE. And Swiss RE in the past really had their struggles. And so you can also see it on the long-term stock chart. This is kind of a problematic case. Also, Warren Buffett had his experience with it. So I bought into to a very fair price, I think, and therefore I will stick with it for the long term. And of course, also the dividend is very attractive with a little bit over 8% right now, and it looks like it's, even if it's so super high, it looks like it's safe, at least for the moment. And so I will stick with it, and we will see how this turns out. But overall, I think even with all the problems in the past, I think it's a solid company. And I also will look more into the Swiss market because this is really interesting. Just the companies are very good, and but they are also very high valued. Then go back to Germany to Krones AG. Krones just built bottling plants and have a very good market position there in Europe, but also worldwide. This is not a very sexy business for sure, but this is a great company overall. And as I said, with a great market position. And so I'm very happy also have my shares with them. And their market capitalization right now is at 1.8 billion euro, and they pay a small dividend of 1.3%, which is also cut now in the pandemic situation. And the next one is BASF. I think maybe known because they are really a worldwide player. Yeah, they just create and sell chemical products in all fashions. A really, really big player, and their market capitalization is at 45 billion euro, and they have a big dividend of 6.63%. They had their problems in the past and still have. They have to reconstruct their business and their whole company and find new markets, of course. They struggled, but overall, I think in the long term, they will go out of this situation stronger, and there are some signs of light. So I'm very happy with my shares in BASF. Even right now, I have some losses with them, but also with them, I will stick for the long term, and of course, also the dividend is very attractive. Next one is Siemens. Siemens also is a worldwide player, and I think almost everybody saw a product of Siemens in the past. They really do a lot of things in a lot of different sectors. One of the worldwide German players. And their market capitalization right now is 94 billion euro, and they pay also a nice dividend of 3.35%. Also, they had some struggles in the past, and they rebuild a little bit and outsource and kinds like that. Overall, I think they are on the right path, and in the long term, a good, solid investment. Then move to Norway, up north, and there are bought into Mowi, or former known as Marine Harvest. And they are a salmon producer, a market which is growing so much, and the demand is very, very high. And they are a worldwide player. You can see here a map of processing, sales, and marketing, and they are really all over the world. So big player in this market, and I'm really happy into them. And as I said, with the Swiss market, also in the Norwegian market, there are some very nice picks, very nice companies. So I think it's also worth to take a look over there. And Mowi right now has a market capitalization of 8.77 billion euro, with a very nice dividend of 5.81%, which was delayed in the depth of the pandemic. But overall, and also in the past, they are very good dividend payer, and one of the few European companies which pay their dividend quarterly. Normally in Europe, the companies pay just once a year. So with Mowi, it's a little bit different. Next up is Kion Group. And Kion is a provider in the logistics sector. They produce, for example, forklifters and any other kinds of products for the logistics sector. And they gain a lot, of course, because all of the logistics sector gains in the past with all the delivery and online delivery and so on, and they have a great market position. Their market capitalization right now is at a little bit over 8 billion euro, and they also cut the dividends, so it's just a very, very small dividend right now of 0.06%. Because they have a great market position, I think they will have a very bright future, and I was able to buy into a very fair price, so I'm very happy with my shares of that. And the next one is another reinsurance, is Munich Reinsurance. As you maybe also know from my North American portfolio, I like the insurance sector, also the banking sector, but banking is in Europe a real problem, so don't talk about that. But the reinsurance sector is still nice, and so I have a kind of great position in Munich Re, and their market capitalization is a little bit over 33 billion euro right now, with a nice dividend of over 4%, which is very, very safe, and they have also a great market position, overall just a great business model, and this is really a business, a company I think I want to hold forever. Uh, at least there's no reason to sell. And then a little bit surprising maybe, in my European portfolio, I also have the VTI Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. And the reason for that is just that a few years ago, I didn't have the time and the nerves to buy into single stocks. And so for a while, I just invested regularly in ETF and in the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. And so I have a really big position of that in my portfolio. And that's nice because it's a very solid basic investment. And also that I think I will hold almost forever. And my biggest and last position in my European portfolio is Allianz, insurance company from Munich, Germany. Their market capitalization is 74.6 billion euro, and they pay a great dividend of 5.31%. I'm also very happy I was able to buy into them in the depth of the pandemic crash. I'm up a little bit, and I'm very happy about that because also Allianz, I think, could be a business to hold almost forever. With all of these businesses, there is this pie diagram of my portfolio overall. For the moment, I'm very happy with that. And here on the next picture, you also can see how it performs. It's okay, but like the economy overall, also the stock market, the European stock market, and also the German stock market, it's just way behind the US market. And so also the performance is behind. But overall, I'm happy with that. It's okay, and it's for the long term. And also, as we saw with all the dividends, there's also kind of a cash flow with the dividends. And so that's fine and no reason to touch it. And so I will stick with it for the long term. So that was my journey through my European or almost just German portfolio. I hope you enjoyed, and this was really a journey and took me really a long time. First of all, I thought I just go through the portfolio and this can't take so long, but it's really a lot of work to do a video like that. And so I hope you liked it, and if you did so, just give me a big thumbs up and like the video. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel just for more analyses of high quality businesses, and just stick with me and stick with me on my journey. And if you want to know more about the European or German market, or especially about the companies in my portfolio, just let me know, and if there is a kind of demand, I will make deeper analysis of these or even other companies. So just let me know and I will do this for you, of course. I'm just not so sure about this. That's the reason why I didn't talk about that so much before, because I know the main audience is in North America, so I'm not so sure if you're really interested in the European or especially in the German market? So let me know in the comment section. And the question for me becomes what to do in the future, and I will concentrate on the North American market, especially on the US market. First of all, just because the opportunities are so much bigger on the US market than in the European market. And also, I think the future for the North American economy is much brighter than for the European. If I look to Europe and especially to the European Union, there are so many problems. I don't want to dig into that too deep because I don't want to be too political about that in the channel, but there are a lot of problems, and Europe and the European Union especially is way behind in future technologies. And there are also so many market restrictions coming from the European Union. I'm not so sure about the future of the European Union at all and of the European economy. And so I will concentrate mainly on the US and North American market. But of course, if there are chances in the European market, I will take them for sure. And as I said before, especially outside of the European Union, for example, in Switzerland or in Norway, there are some interesting businesses to take a look, and so I will do, of course. So that's it for today. If you liked the video, just give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to never miss another video. And then we will see you the next time, then with another analysis of another stock out of my watch list. Take care, see you then, bye bye.